Last month, my business did just under $100,000. And a lot of that is pitches, and I win most of them for one reason. I walk in knowing the client's category better than they do. Yesterday, I had a pitch call. I did not watch a single competitor video, I did not have to write a single node, and I didn't have to build the deck by myself. I simply asked Claude to do competitor analysis on this channel, and it did. Within 5 minutes, I see a deck on my screen. It shows the hook patterns, it also shows how often they upload. Plus, it highlights the 3 formats that boost their numbers. I'll show you how to build the same workflow in under 10 minutes. It's not just about Claude. The reason it works isn't about prompting at all. It's that Claude is a conversationalist and you keep asking it to become a researcher. This video is boring. It's also going to make you more money than anything else I've ever watched. Now, Claude is brilliant at reasoning. Give it a problem and it will think through it better than most people you work with. That's what it was built for. But hand it 40 sources and ask what connects them and it starts guessing. It'll skim and pick up the 3 loudest points. Then it gives you a confident answer, but it's missing half the information. Not because it's bad, it's just retrieval was never its job. NotebookLM is the exact opposite. It's a free Google tool and it does one thing. It sits on top of a pile of sources and tells you what's actually in there. Every claim comes back with a citation pointing at the line it came from. That's called retrieval augmented generation, where AI makes content using just the sources given. This means there are no hallucinations or false information. So stop picking. The workflow to have is to make Claude think and NotebookLM read. You use each one for the job it was actually built for, and the whole thing gets faster than either of them alone. There's a framework that helps you build this workflow at scale. It's called C.A.B. Capture, Analyze, and Build. When you capture, every source goes into NotebookLM. Anything relevant to the task at hand, doesn't matter what it is, goes into the pipe. Analyze is where NotebookLM does the grounded work. It finds patterns, cites sources, and gives you exactly what you need: the mind map, the summary, or the breakdown. Build is when the result gets written back into your second brain. It becomes linked, searchable, and permanent, available to you and to every agent you run forever. Capture once, analyze instantly, and build it into something permanent. Let's see how this actually works for you. Now, I'm currently working on a script about the MrBeast empire. Before getting into too many details, I like to have a compact overview of everything. The best way to visualize very deep topics, I feel, is a mind map. So let's build that. I will simply ask Claude to analyze MrBeast's entire business empire and give me a mind map. So it will start working on it, it will start pulling sources from the internet, and within a few minutes, you will have something like this. Everything that MrBeast actually has running is built here in a very easy to follow flowchart. So if you see just the media division, what kind of channels he has, then you can see Beast games under Amazon Prime. Then you can also see all of his products that he sells, that is Feastables. Then you have Lunchly. Then you have MrBeast Lab, Shop MrBeast, Beast Mobile. He also has some financial and fintech investments. He also has Beastland. So I can simply, before even starting getting into any scripting, I can view everything that he actually does in one simple flow. And if I want a basic idea of what one of this does, I'll just get into it. I'll ask it, what does Beastland actually do? So yeah, I can see that it is a theme park in Saudi Arabia that started in November 2025. So all that took me was 5 minutes, and after that 5 minutes, I have every initial bit of information that I would need to write a script about MrBeast's business empire. You can apply this idea to anything, especially if you are working on deep diving into something. This is what you should do before reading a single piece of document. First, understand the structure, then start getting deep into it. Now, the second trick can actually make you money. Anytime I pitch a brand or creator, I do the same prep. I check out their competitors' content to see what's working. I look for patterns in what they all do and find gaps where I can step in. That prep used to take me most of a day. Today it takes me 5 minutes maybe. Let's do it live. Take the Graham Stephan channel, 5 million subscribers, US personal finance. I've only ever watched a few of his videos. I will just ask over to build a competitor research deck for Graham Stephan, and that's it. So again, it will start going through all of the data. It will find what niche it works in. It will find the creators best aligned to this niche, and it will give me a whole breakdown in just a few minutes. So fast forwarding through the whole process, we get something like this. It gives me the full teardown, what the finance YouTube big three are doing. Claude has figured out everything on its own, and it has pulled out everything under the sun. It found out the hook patterns, their actual titles, and worked out each one's tell. One does capitalized urgency, one does global absolutes, one goes straight to your personal anxiety. It then plotted all three channels' upload cadence on velocity against polish and left a quadrant empty. And this is my opening slide for the pitch. All three are missing the same thing. One's too broad, one's too frantic, and one's too generic. And nobody is standing in the middle. I could walk into a call with Graham right now and sound like I have been studying his category for a month. This is not a study trick. This is the prep you do before an actual pitch call. It is the difference between closing and losing a deal. Now, that's just two of the three in C.A.B. If you stop watching right now and build what I've shown you, you'll be way ahead of most others using AI at work. Everything I showed you right now works flawlessly in seconds because Claude already knows everything about me. What I do, who I am, my day-to-day, everything. When I ask it to research MrBeast, it already knows I'm writing a script about him. When I ask it to do competitor research, it already knows that I'm pitching to that client. Claude can never forget any of this because of my second brain, the full repository of my work in the past few months. Claude reads this context first. This way, it never starts from scratch and never sounds generic. You don't need to paste your context daily, just write it down once and it stays there forever. That's why the demos you just watched actually worked. Claude was not guessing about my business, it already knew. But this took me 3 months to build. Not because the setup is hard, the setup actually takes round about 20 minutes. It took me 3 months because I built it wrong many times first. Wrong folder structure, too many agents, no feedback loops. So it kept repeating the same mistake over and over again. You don't need the 3 months, you need the version that already works. So I put all of it into a 2-hour masterclass. You walk out with your second brain built and running. It's not a theory video, you're building it with me while it plays. Wall structure, agents doing real work, automation running on its own, and access from your phone anywhere in the world. And you get my exact setup as a copy-paste template. Same folder, same agent instructions, same automations I use to run a $100,000 a month operation. You clone it and it just works. There's no code. If you can make a folder on your laptop, you can do this. Links in the description, go grab it, then come back because step B is the one where everything changes. Everything I've shown you so far, you could do it today and it would help you. It would also disappear. Close the tab and it's gone. Same as every other project you worked on this year. So here's the last step. The step that ensures your second brain compounds. I've got 9 videos in my inbox on getting the most out of NotebookLM. These are the same videos that I watched while researching the one you are watching right now. So I will simply ask over to analyze all of these videos and give me the most important points of disagreement. It will start running through everything, it will start processing my prompt, it will start using all the tools, gathering the data, and in a few minutes it will come back with something like this. Okay, so finally we see our report. We can see the disagreements. It has found 4 of them. And the big one splits the whole category in half. One camp says master the terminal and learn the tooling system and build the system yourself. The other camp argues that any creator teaching you this is wasting your time. They say you should focus on getting clients instead. And underneath that, there's a nastier one. Two of them argue that handing over your thinking to AI measurably weakens your recall. One argues the exact opposite, that letting AI build the mental model first is precisely why it works. Nobody in my stack of videos agrees with anybody. By the way, this is the research that built the video you are watching. I didn't watch those 9 videos, I just read this report. Finally, I tell Cowork to wire these insights back into my second brain so I never lose it. Okay, so there it is, and now it's connected to the notes I wrote months ago. Any level of insight you create, it will never compound if you don't add it back to your second brain. Do the third step and it's different. Next month, when I ask Claude about NotebookLM strategy, it already has all the data. And the month after that, it reads this plus everything else I've built since. You can't shortcut that, which is exactly why you need to start today instead of next month. Comment which demo you're doing first, the mind map, the competitor deck, or the build. I'm curious what people actually need versus what I think they need. Now let me clear 3 quick questions. Is your data safe? NotebookLM is cloud-based, so use your head. Research, notes, work material is fine, but keep anything personal, financial, or under NDA out. What does this cost? NotebookLM is free. Claude is $100 a month at the tier I run. You could get away with $20 for the medium usage. Isn't this overkill? At its core, it's a folder and a notebook. You're not building software, you're organizing things you already have. The complexity you're thinking of is from doing it wrong. And I've handled that for you. So here's what I actually want you to do in order. Right now, before you click away, open NotebookLM and put in one thing in it. One PDF, one video, anything. Ask it a question. That's capture and analyze finished in about 90 seconds. You'll quickly notice how different it is from pasting things into a chat window. Then make one folder on your laptop and call it the second brain and save the answer into it. That's B. That's the most basic setup and you just did it. Try again tomorrow with something new and in a month you will have something that's truly yours. Now if you don't want to waste 3 months like me and millions of tokens, just click the masterclass link in the description. You will have the whole thing running before this video would have finished playing twice. Subscribe if you learn something new and go put one thing in a notebook. See you in the next one.